Hello and welcome to the first week of our Clips of the Week for the 2022 Oregon High School football season. Last year, the Portland Football Officials Association used a similar format, and this year we're expanding on this premise and providing these videos for use throughout the entire state. These videos will be comprised of both rules and mechanics review. In regards to the mechanics, emphasis will be placed on the new 5-person mechanics being implemented in Oregon for 2022. For the rules-based clips, all clips have been reviewed by the Oregon SRI, Kevin Hatfield. If you have any questions regarding these clips, please reach out to Kevin. The purpose of these clips is to not embarrass or highlight any wrongdoing by any official, crew, association, player, or team. The goal is simply that we get better and work toward our collective goal of one rule and one mechanic. And with that said, we'll look at some clips. As you know, we have some new rules this year. One of those is a new emphasis and interpretation of the defenseless receiver. And we have a couple of clips to show that. A couple without a wrap-up tackle and then one with a proper wrap-up tackle. So in this case, we have a receiver that comes in motion and back across. And we'll get two looks at this. It's hard to see it on this angle. We have a little shovel pass and he's taken down. Hard to see on this angle, but you can see that we have flags coming in from both the H and the R. And again, we have that receiver that's coming in motion, coming back across, and is taken down by the opponent without the use of a wrap-up tackle. Correctly called here by this crew. In this case, we have a similar play. We'll only get to see this from one angle. We have the running back coming out of the offensive backfield. The defender has plenty of time to choose to make a wrap-up tackle and chooses not to do so. Again, correctly called by the H on this play. We don't have an end zone view of this one, so we'll just simply take a second look here. And again, plenty of time by the defender in order to make a wrap-up tackle, and they don't. Compare that to this play, in which case we have, again, the defender with ample opportunity to make a decision, and they make a choice to do the wrap-up tackle. Definitely should be commended. It's a good wrap-up tackle by the defender. We'll see this again from this vantage point. It's also nice to point out here the referee and center judge are in good positioning on the edges of the free blocking zone. Good positioning by this crew. Good wrap-up tackle by the defender. One thing that we saw on film this week a lot of was swinging gate formations. It's always nice when coaches let us know ahead of time during our pregame meetings with them if they have any special plays so we can talk through it with them. It's hard to see this on film, so we have the numbers here. The offensive team is in not a scrimmage kick formation. They're in a normal formation with players 87, 51, 53, 52, 58, 54, and 2 is the snapper. We can't see the 11th player, but they're on the line of scrimmage off camera. This is a legal formation. This is legal numbering. They're not trying to use a numbering exception. This is simply a scrimmage play. Notice that the umpire is under an upright and is in position to be able to help rule on this play as a normal scrimmage play, which it is, and results in a successful 2-point conversion. Now we compare that to this play. Very similar formation. A couple of things to note here. The 6 players at the left side of the formation probably need to move up, it appears, a yard or so. We want to make sure they're on the line. This is early in the game and an opportunity to encourage them to get lined up better. With that said, those 6 players are numbered 15, 54, 75, 59, 70, 99, and the snapper is 12. So we do not have 5 players numbered 50 through 79 here, which means that they need to use a numbering exception. And since this is a try, we need to be in a scrimmage kick formation. But we're not. We don't have a player on a knee 7 yards back to receive the snap or 10 yards back as well. So this should be a foul for illegal numbering. Unfortunately, we don't catch this. Again, good thing to talk with head coaches in our pregame meetings. This is simply a clarification of a very specific circumstance that might occur during a game, and that's with reverse goal line mechanics when the ball is snapped between the 6 and the 10, as it is here from the 6, when we're using a center judge position. There was a clerical error on one of the PowerPoint slides, and we just wanted to clarify this. If you find yourself in a situation where you're in this reverse goal line situation between the 6 and the 10. What we want is the wide side official, in this example, the referee, to have the goal line, and the short side official, in this example, the center judge, have the end line. The short side wing would work back towards the goal line to bracket the goal line with the wide side official, in this case, the referee. This allows the line judge to hold the line of scrimmage. If the ball was on the other side of the field, the roles would be reversed. This is definitely something that you would want to pregame in your pregame meetings, as this is something that can definitely cause some confusion in the midst of a game. Wanted to show a couple examples of benefits of the wings holding the line of scrimmage when utilizing a center judge. Now, not every crew in the state is using the center judge position. They're still maybe using the traditional umpire position. This crew is using the center judge, which means that the wings will have the line of scrimmage. And that's the case even if we have the umpire in the defensive backfield. And so these two clips really highlight the benefit of wings holding the line of scrimmage. In this case, we have a pass that's going to go to the right-hand side. A passer, that's going to go to the right-hand side. And this allows the H to move back into the offensive backfield. One thing that we want to make sure that we clarify is that while we're asking the wings to hold the line of scrimmage, you can definitely move to the offensive backfield out of self-preservation and get out of harm's way. The offside wing will definitely want to hold the line of scrimmage, and we'll see that in this play. The passer is going to roll to the right, and feeling pressure, the H has to step back. The line judge is in excellent position. They have not strayed. They're there, and they're able to rule on this pass. The passer releases it with both feet behind the neutral zone, so this is a legal pass. The referee is coming up to help, and the wing would be able to get on the radio and help them understand that this is a legal play. Very excellent positioning by the crew here. Now, this is the same crew and a very similar play. The wings are able to maintain the line of scrimmage, and what we'll notice on this pass play is we have some ineligibles that end up downfield, and once the pass crosses the line of scrimmage, we have a flag by the line judge. Very well done. This is also a point of clarification regarding scrimmage kicks. If you are utilizing the center judge position, we ask that the center judge move to the traditional umpire side when there is a scrimmage kick apparent. We want to make sure that we have an official in the middle of the field, and as the action gets to them, they can simply spin, but now we have someone able to observe action in the middle of the field. The referee is in the correct position on the wide side of the field. We can't see the back judge, but we'd ask the back judge to also be on the wide side of the field. Now, with that said, we want the wing that's on the short side, in this case, the line judge, we want them to release upon the snap, and this will help bracket with the back judge who's on the wide side. We want the wing on the wide side, in this example, the H, we want them to hold the line of scrimmage, and then they would release once the ball is past the line of scrimmage. This would, in effect, allow us to bracket the returner from 3 different angles. So just a point of clarification as you continue to pregame and officiate this week. Now, this last play is not regarding necessarily whether or not the crew made the right or wrong call. This is a bang-bang play. It's a pass play where the defender will hit the quarterback just as about the time they're getting ready to pass. And again, whether this was a pass or a fumble is not what we want to talk about. It's whose call is this? Who should own this call? Now, in this case, we have both a referee and a center judge, and the quarterback is the referee's responsibility unless they roll to the center judge's side and cross their face. In this case, we have a quarterback who stays within the pocket. Thus, this is the referee's responsibility. The head linesman in this case has both receivers to the top of the formation and needs to be responsible for them. They should not be looking at the quarterback at all. So on a play like this, it's important to make sure that we have our eyes in the right spot. Now, in this case, the crew let this play go out, and they wound up ruling it an incomplete pass after further discussion. And again, whether this was a pass or fumble is not what we're worried about. What we want to know is whose call this is. And this should definitely be The referees call all day long. The quarterback does not scramble out to where they might even have help from the wing. The wing needs to be responsible for observing action on their receivers. But good communication by the crew. And that is it for our first week clips of the week. Again, if you have any questions or comments about any of this, please reach out to Kevin Hatfield, Oregon SRI. Thank you and good luck with your games this week.